Summer is still in full effect, in full swing. Meanwhile, folks are running around trying to get back to school if you're in the United States, if you know what I mean. It's that time again where folks are spending money, right? So there's money to be spent. And just like folks are spending money, one place that the money isn't showing is at the car dealerships. So as soon as you join this live, I want you to hit the like button, type yes, yes, yes in the comment section. That's going to allow the algorithm to get more folks to come join the conversation. As you guys are aware, Carshare's YouTube channel is designed for select individuals that are looking to optimize their ride share experience and also get access to accessories for their cars. So today's topic, we're talking about what's going on at the car dealerships. And a lot of people are not following up with the car dealerships because they think, oh, there's nothing going on. Let me tell you something. This is the week that we saw the stock market show huge signs that we are in a recession. We're in a recession because folks don't have enough money to buy simple stuff, okay? Let alone spend a whole bunch of money on big ticket items. And I will let you know that a car is a big ticket item, whether you believe it or not. A car is a big ticket item. I'm going to adjust this for a little bit. And the reason a car is a big ticket item is because you spend so much money on your car. Just think about it for a second. You spend a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of dollars, making sure that you have a car, number one. And then you got to spend a whole bunch of money to make sure the car is serviceable and running. Oh, never mind the amount of money you spend making sure that you have all the good stuff, right? When I say all the good stuff, stuff that you need to make sure your car is running as efficiently as possible. So that's why I think right now, because of deliveries, because of excess inventory and things of that nature, the car industry in particular, the ride share, and also the dealerships, the finning. You know what a finning is, right? It means you got a problem and you're just hoping that problem can go away because you like some stuff. You want some stuff. Hey, thanks for joining. Go ahead and somewhere in the comment section in the chat, let us know where you're from. That helps other folks understand the audience. So audience, welcome. Live chat is open right now. Again, remember, live chat, I want you when you're on live, you need to be able to basically be part of the conversation, right? What I mean by be part of the conversation is ask some good questions. People can ask you questions and don't be in a situation where you complain a lot. Well, I see a lot of people complain, but the complaints are going to the wrong ears. Also like deaf ears. Oh, I complain a lot, but I don't know why I'm complaining. Well, you gotta have a reason why you're complaining, right? Complaints are good because I tell you what, from a customer perspective, when you complain, it means, oh, look at this. Now I gotta wait for some car that's trying to do a roundabout or turn around. Don't you ever hate where you try to turn around and it's a light, and by the time you think you had to turn around, you had to wait because you couldn't quite make the 180-degree turn. And then some of these cars are marketed as, being able to do all kinds of stuff, but they can't even turn around. This steering wheel is not adjustable, or the car is not flexible enough to allow you to make those kinds of turns, okay? And I'll tell you something else that I get sick and tired is when I'm driving and there's people, hey, welcome guys, the chat is open right now. Go ahead and type yes, type like, and that will allow the algorithm to get more people to join. Anyway, yeah, so thanks for joining the live. But like I was saying, some people don't understand when it comes to cars and things of that nature, that you actually have to be in a situation to maneuver the car so you can get out of traffic situations, you know, and not get stuck. So it entails watching the car to your right and watching the car to your left. And that's why I'm a big believer that you need to get the right car for the right situation. What do I mean by that? All cars are not made equal. And when I say all cars are not made equal, I really believe all cars are not made equal. Because I think some of these drivers don't know how to drive, right? It's not like they don't want to drive. They just don't know how to drive. They don't obey the traffic rules. So you want to be in a situation where if you walk up into a dealership and you say, hey, I want to buy this car. You want to know why exactly it is that you want to buy the car. In other words, you want to know what features the car has or could have to allow you to maneuver in situations, right? Like this little Hyundai car. I would never buy a Hyundai. You know why? Because I would never buy a Hyundai. They're cheap. So there's a lot of them on the road. But I tell you what I noticed about Hyundai, same cars, I'm not going to curse. The people that drive those cars drive them like something is going on with them. They drive them like they cannot stop themselves from obeying simple rules of the road. And that is something that I'm sick and tired of following them, and they're driving their cars so fast. Hey guys, the chat line is open, okay? So it's not just me. Go ahead, type yes, hit the like button, and then on the chat, tell me somewhere you're from, okay? Hey, I'm from Timbuktu or something, right? Yeah, let me know. What's gonna happen is gonna get the chat going. More people are gonna join the conversation. I think these dealerships are finning. They're finning. Hey, hi, appreciate you. Saying hi, appreciate you. Let us know where you're from. They're finning because there's an excess inventory on the car dealer's lot. There's excess inventory, and this excess inventory is not as a result of the current situation we have right now, which is we're in a recession. I don't know how you want to slice and dice it and make it look like we're not in a recession. We're in a recession. Faith, what's going on, my friend? I appreciate you coming to my channel. Consider joining the channel. Look in the description. You're going to see something that says join the channel. When you join the channel, I'm going to be one of the first people to shout you out in the chat. Okay? And things of that nature. All right. I know you're talking about football. Great. Appreciate your effort about football. If anybody want to answer some of the questions, Florida is where I'm from. Okay, great. I love that you're from Florida, the great state of Florida. That's where I am right now, okay? Where there's always sunshine, and oh, by the way, there could be hurricanes. We just survived a tropical storm that most people did not anticipate it was gonna, lead to a lot of flooding in South Florida, Manatee County, and folks are saying this the worst flooding they've ever seen. It goes to tell you something. You just don't always believe what you see on television, okay? Do your own research and be prepared. And that's why I think these car dealerships are on the water hurt. They're finning. And I don't blame them because they were not properly quantifying what their customer base were. They didn't recognize their customers, nor did they care about what they really needed for an effective business, if you get what I mean, right? They're fitted. The delivery timelines are off jack. They're all messed up. If you remember about 4 years ago during the COVID crisis, where there was quote unquote chip shortages. Guys, anybody remember that? Leave a yes on the chat real quick. Do you remember the chip shortages? And the car companies utilized that so-called chip shortages as a way to jack up prices for cars. Well, that's a big pothole. Look at this guy behind me. Like, these guys drive like fools. I'm telling you. I know you say you're from Florida. Floridians drive like animals. I get sick and tired of their butts. First off, they don't know how to drive. Second of all, if you don't know how to drive, slow the fuck down if you don't know how to drive. Like this dude right here. Where the fuck are you going? Where? That's why I like cars. I like cars. I like talking about cars. I drive cars. I drive performance cars. And I watch consumers, drivers that supposedly have licenses drive like idiots. And yet you wonder why the car lots are full of excess inventory and these dealers are thinning because they can't make sales. You wonder why the insurance rates are sky high and they keep going up and they're never going to come down because you have foolish drivers on the road. Okay? So that's my thing about Florida. But in any case, back to the conversation about what I think is happening right now while folks are basically saying we're shutting our doors. And I'm going to stop by somewhere and I'm going to show you what I mean by excess inventory, where dealerships have so much excess inventory, they're pretty much almost giving it away. Because if you don't get the inventory is taken away, they're not going to be in business. And I'll tell you something about a car dealership that nobody tells you. For each car that they have on that lot in excess of 60 plus days, it's costing them a lot of money because they have to finance those cars to be in the lot. And when you're financing something, you should be prepared to pay money for it. Look at these guys. You understand? When you're financing something, you should be prepared to pay money. And sometimes it's a lot of money. Okay? For each car. Now you think about that for a second. Say you have a dealership that has 2,000 cars. And each one of those cars costs them money because if the car doesn't get sold, they have to spend money. They have to pay points to whoever gave them the loan for that particular vehicle. They have to pay money. I'm just going to stay where I'm staying. I know these guys are driving crazy, but I'm going to stay exactly where I'm staying. All right, it's a commentary. But imagine that situation, right? What it feels like to be a consumer paying for the finance fee for excess inventory. Imagine what that could be like. Not a good way to start off your venture into consumerism. All right? I want to be a consumer. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a consumer, but do you need to actually buy everything that you see? Or could you sometimes say, hey, look, I can't afford it? And it's okay to say I can't afford it. And that's another thing about, just wanted to tell you I love you, but Jesus Christ loves you more. Also, I hope you have a blessed day. You have a blessed day too. All right? How do you pronounce your name? Zaquan the chef. You cook? All right. I'm gonna post a video somewhere telling you some kind of a food that I cooked not long ago. Okay? It's a food. If you're a foodie, I was trying to start a foodie channel, but I didn't get a lot of engagement, so I didn't post something else about it. But it shows you how to cook a certain kind of food if you're interested in food. All right, good deal. So, hey, chef, I would like you to join this channel. Just look somewhere in the description. There's a link for you to join the channel. When you join the channel, you get exclusive access to content, like the food content that I was telling you about. I'm going to send that to you, and you get access to savings on an exclusive merch, like this t-shirt that I'm wearing right now. If you wanted this t-shirt, you can buy it. In fact, I think I may have the link somewhere in the description below for you to click and buy this t-shirt. It's going to get ordered to you. It's ordered how you want it. The color, I want it white. And it's going to get sent out to you. All right? So again, if you're watching this live while I'm talking about the car industry, I would appreciate a thumbs up, and I appreciate you joining the channel, especially if you've never been in this channel before. This channel is designed for select entrepreneurs, even if you don't have a car, but you're looking to grow your business. You're looking to figure out a way to get out of this thing that's happening right now. Okay? There's a thing happening that nobody's talking about, and it's called recession. Folks are having a hard time, but nobody's saying, hey, we're having a hard time because we're in a recession. They're telling you, oh, everything is good. The employment rate is high. And I hate it when they talk at a certain group of folks, the black unemployment rate is good. That's a big lie. Or the reason people are coming because they're looking for economic opportunity and they're quote unquote taking black jobs. Give me a break. What's a black job anyway? Is it me running a YouTube channel? Is that a black job? Maybe it is. I don't know. It is a black job, okay? Because I don't always talk about black, blah, 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 blah. They're taking black job. People will talk about black stuff when they want you to help them out. But they're never gonna come and help you out. So that's why I'm always telling you guys, you're watching this stuff, go ahead and hit the like button, and I would appreciate you. Hey, thanks for saying you're gonna check it out, and I expect you and I appreciate you. All right, I have 2 businesses, but need to know how to run it with flow, if that makes sense. Yes, that makes a lot of sense to me. I think a good way to run them is through podcasts. So you can sign up also for one of my coaching plans. In fact, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and don't leave any comment in the chat, because be careful of the chat. Sometimes there are people that are really not honest, so they'll try to like get you to send them stuff. Don't send nobody anything that you see on the chat. All right, just be very careful with those chats. But in any case, I can help you figure out a way to run those businesses the right way, if that makes sense, right? And I'll tell you what, you can use social media to do a lot of this stuff, right? I think social media and AI are a game changer. What are you doing standing on the street like that? They're a game changer, and the reason they're a game changer, they allow people like you and I to be able to come up with an idea and then employ that idea, okay? So remember what I told you guys about these dealerships. I'm driving to a location where you're gonna see what I call excess inventory. All right, every business, especially if you have inventory, all that is what it is that you're selling, right? But when you have excess inventory, if you're not planning accordingly, how you can go from sales to reorder point. Should I go? Yeah, maybe I'll go wash a car first. All right. So it's another thing I do. I like, even though I drive cars a lot, I like to go to the car wash. I like to wash the cars, get them clean. So when I'm driving it, or if I'm sharing it with other people, they have a clean car. Saturdays is a good time to just clean your car, right? But, talking about cleaning cars, if you click in the description below, you're gonna see a link to my Shopify store. On my Shopify store, you can get exclusive deals on car cleaning devices, if that makes sense. You can also get a link to be able to, I don't know if you guys are into e-vehicles. You can charge your vehicles flawlessly. So things of that nature that can help. All right, so I'm entering the car wash, but I'm gonna clean the car, and then what I'm gonna do when I come back, I'm gonna show you guys this dealership that I'm telling you about, that it has excess inventory. And the reason I think they have excess inventory because they're not making sales, and the sales are costing them a lot of money, but they don't want to acknowledge to themselves that the sales are costing them a lot of money. All right, Chef, appreciate you joining, and I appreciate the rest of you. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean the car, and once I'm done cleaning the car, I'm gonna then take you guys to the dealership excess inventory location. All right, but I'll be back. I'm gonna get off live right now, but don't forget, guys, I want you to hit the thumbs up button, ring the bell, so when I get live or if there's a new content, you're gonna see that. And if you join me today, which I'm hopeful that all of you do, you're going to be part of this channel, okay, by joining the channel. Again, I left all the links to what I'm talking about down in the description below. I'll see you guys when I'm done washing this car. I'll come back live.